All right, let's crack into this brand new Pigeon Dev Games Collection from Premium Edition Games. This is the first game that we have ever picked up from Premium Edition Games. It was a gift to us when we were at Midwest Gaming Classic. Box art looks cool. I love Nintendo Switch big box stuff. First thing I notice as we open this up is this thing's loaded. There's a lot of stuff packed in here, which is awesome because you guys know how it is anymore. Getting a new game, things are pretty bare bones. Great artwork throughout. Came with this really amazing embossed steelbook. So this is really cool to have. I don't know that we'll store the game in it. We'll probably just keep everything in the big box, but nonetheless, the articulation on it, the effort that has already went into this packaging is pretty remarkable. And then the Switch game itself is in another box, not a traditional, this is a cardboard cover. Now this is really cool. We have a dust sleeve, and if you guys are NES fans, very similar in nature with that little cutout, that little notch to mimic the NES. They're totally going for retro gaming fans here. And the weight of this Switch case feels a little chunky. I'm thinking we may have some manual action in here, which again, those of you who pick up modern games know manuals are a thing of yesteryear. So there's a little card in here, pretty dang cool. And then we have a manual, or what appears to be a manual. One thing that's really neat is you look at this card that is inside the case and you flip it over, it says Premium Edition Challenge. Now I've heard of this before, have never completed one of these challenges, so I don't know what this entails. But upon completing the challenge that they list here, and I'm guessing you have to communicate it with them over social media, hashtag something or another, but they send you a patch in the mail for completing said challenge. So very, very cool. I don't know of anybody doing that. That just kind of reminds me back in the day of like something Nintendo Power would have done or something like that. Anyway, Premium Edition Games, this is our first go with them, but very impressive stuff they got going on. There's a link in the description below for Premium Edition Games website if you want to check them out. Now, as for the games on this collection, pretty freaking fun. Awesome P, we've spent the most time playing. Awesome P2, Bucket Night, and then Explosive Jake. Awesome P is like frustratingly difficult, but it's like crack. We are having so much fun with it. Think of like difficulty level, frustration level, a level of addictability. Something similar to Super Meat Boy. It's done in Game Boy graphics, 8-bit, the green screen type of vibe, very cool. Awesome P2 is just an awesome sequel, no pun intended. It's more of the same painstaking difficulty, but it's just like another hit on the old crack pipe. You can't stop playing it. The difficulty is there. I would say the game visually seems a little bit more refined in some deeper colors, even though it's still in that Game Boy color palette, almost some like bluish hues going on here. But awesome sequel to the awesome original game. There's a lot of awesomes going around when you're talking about Awesome P and Awesome P2. Bucket Night is pretty fun. We spent a little bit of time playing that. Explosive Jake, we spent a little more time on that. That is almost like Bomberman in a way, but you're progressing through levels. It's not like a competition like Bomberman, but that's the way you move through this world and this atmosphere is with the Bomberman-esque type of blowing up, blowing your path forward. The bombs explode in multiple directions, just as they do in Bomberman. But I gotta admit, when we first got this, I was like, this seems pretty cool, seems like cool packaging. Not so sure how much I'm gonna be into Pigeon Dev Games, but so far, we're really, really enjoying it. And I gotta give the presentation on this a 10 out of 10. The quality of everything in this package is legit, and we're super happy with it. And if you wanna play a game that's just gonna kick your ass, but you can't stop playing, check out Awesome P.